Hi, this is Nikki Woods, and we are going beyond the studio with Lyfe Jennings, who just finished his in-studio jam performance. Right? Good.
Right. Absolutely.
He's like.
Absolutely.
So tell me about the new CD. I still believe.
New CD in stores August 31st. Actually my last album, but I think it's from what everybody's saying, I think it's my greatest album thus
Why
far.
do you say last?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
you can't just say that and like keep going
nah,
and
well,
going.
again, I've been thinking about it for some
I'll
time
sit
now.
back.
My kids, they're at the age right now where they need me. I can't be on the road like 7, 8 months out of the year anymore. And
How old are
so
your kids?
my oldest boy is 5. I got a boy to
Oh,
be
okay.
4 in December, and I got a little girl to be 2. You
Oh
know,
gosh.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
love them to death.
So you've just decided that this is. I mean, you can do an album without touring.
Yeah, but it's
I
not gonna
mean,
sell.
but what about
I'm
us?
like I'm like a touring artist. Like I
Right.
sell records on the road.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you thought about the fact that this was going to be your last album, what did you do to make it different or make it your greatest? What's different about it than the other four
Nothing.
albums? Okay. Well,
No, I mean, cause like throughout my career, man, I always try to touch on subjects nobody else want to talk about, man. So I didn't really do anything different with it, man. I put just as much love into the first one as I put into the last one, man. That's 100%. You know.
so what are you going to do?
Well, I
I
got.
mean, I know taking care of your kids that's a full-time job, but besides that,
I
drive the
mean,
school bus, what are you going to do?
I wouldn't mind driving this car. I mean, I'm a pretty humble cat. Like I don't get off on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I got a label. I'm actually on my own label
Okay.
right now. Finished my thing with Sony. What else? I got a lounge in Atlanta that I do with like a lot of nonprofit stuff at. I want to get into that more. And my goal is for like the next 5 years, I would like to open up a school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got something to
That's
keep my
good stuff.
hands full. You know.
That that is good stuff. So when you were growing up, you talk about wanting to be home with your kids. What do you remember like from your childhood about like going back to school since we're like in the middle of that time? And I know you talked about your mother a lot and even dedicated a song to her and
Right. I mean, back to school for me, it was you only got 2 pair of pants and 2 shirts to go to school. So I guess that was my thing. I was happy that I had some new clothes to put on when I'm going to school. Um, and every school year, you make different affirmations. Like you like this year, I'm definitely
at
pay
5 you were
attention.
making affirmations.
You said 5 years
Yeah.
old?
How old were you when you started making
Was
affirmations?
I ever 5 years old?
No.
I don't remember 5. 1, 2, 3, 5 after 4, right?
Right.
Before 6,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's a statistic too.
Right, right.
So somebody asked, you were talking about tweeting earlier and how you're all over Twitter and everything. And somebody we were asking if anybody had any questions from Twitter. And one of the questions was, what does Jesus swings mean?
Oh, Jesus swings, like that's my label. I don't have the chain on right now.
So where did the concept come from?
It just came from like I feel like when Jesus was here, it was like a pendulum, like he was up and down,
Mm-hmm.
throughout his life, but he always talked about it responsibly, and that's what I try to do.
Okay.
That funny?
No, it's not funny.
Just can't laugh at Jesus.
I well, I can say some things for where I'm going afterwards. But and another question we had about was your time that you did in prison and like some of the things that you learned. And one person wanted to know what was the biggest lesson that you walked away with from the time that you did.
I think that you can turn a bad situation into something positive, and a bad time can be wasted on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked at the situation like I have time to prepare for something. Now I can just sit and lift weights and get big and just be a knucklehead for the rest of my life, or I can use this time to do something for myself when I get out. That's what I did.
Gotcha.
I took it seriously too.
I can tell. So now about the song statistics, because that's what everybody is talking about, all these statistics. And I was actually adding up all the percentages while you were singing it today. I've never done that
Yeah.
before, and they do add up. So that's
Everybody say
very
they
good.
don't, but they miss they understand the words wrong. So again, I take responsibility for that. Maybe I mispronounced them, but the last one
I
is
don't think you mispronounced them.
so they lying on me.
Yeah, I think you did okay.
Okay, well,
But the
thank you.
but the statistics do add up, so that's good.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So how did you get all the statistics?
I just polled, like I have a lot of female friends, so I just polled them and I asked them different questions, and that's what they told me.
So now did you, because I read somewhere with the name of the book will remain nameless, but I heard that you you got the concept from a relationship book that you read.
Yeah, relationship book I just happened to be reading, And it had some different points in there that I just found interesting, man. Because one thing I want to point out is that we talk a lot about males growing up without fathers, but we don't ever talk about the impact that have on women growing up without fathers. You
Oh,
know,
no, I talk about it all the time.
well, you probably be the only one.
Yeah.
You know,
I
But
talk about it all the time. You
Right.
can tell. I think if when you meet women, you can tell who's had a father in the house and who hasn't. Well, I can tell immediately.
Cause they give them the game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my role. That's the role I'm in for music right now. I'm giving these females the game, you
So
know?
maybe you can become a relationship guru.
Nah, I don't want to be a relationship because I suck at relationships.
Why?
I don't know, man. That's why I need a relationship guru and not be one, you know?
All right. Well, the CD is in stores August 31st.
August 31st.
I still believe. And I still believe you're going to have another album, but we'll see. We'll give you about 5 years to sit at home, and then we'll see what
If they
happens.
still remember who I am, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind coming
El
back.
DeBarge came back. He's back.
His album out?
He's coming. He's at the family reunion.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I remember El and Chico from way back, the very beginning of my career, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be back.
Yeah. El didn't want to go to the bathroom by himself.
I bet he did.
El was like, "You going to the bathroom? Man, I ain't going to the bathroom with you, man." But that's my homie, though.
It's Lyfe Jennings. The CD is in stores August 31st, but also check out his in-studio jam. I'm Nikki Woods, and we just went beyond the studio on blackamericaweb.com.
Yeah.